Hi, I'm Brittany, and in this video I want to talk about synastry and relationship astrology and just what I have come to believe on the subject and why that is. Okay, so first of all, synastry is the art of comparing two people's birth charts, seeing the aspects that are being made, the houses that each person's planets fall in each other's, and it shows a lot about how the people relate to each other. So, yeah, and then there's also composite charts, which show the chart of the relationship itself and the separate entity that the relationship becomes when the two people are together. So both are valuable in compatibility and in astrology. But what I wanted to talk about today is just my belief on the bad aspects in relationship astrology and synastry and the composites. And my belief that there really are no bad aspects, okay? And there's a lot more to it than just this is a good relationship, this is a bad relationship based on the astrology. And I'm going to tell you right now, the astrology can't tell you whether something is going to be good or bad for the people involved, because that is up to our souls. And a lot of times our souls have a plan for us to learn certain lessons with certain people, like soul mates, or just soul friends that we're going to learn lessons with. And our personalities might not be aware of the fact, and sometimes we need certain challenging aspects in order to grow. And really, it's actually a positive thing. But okay, I just wanted to read a quick quote out of this fabulous book. It's from Saturn by Liz Green, which is an amazing book on Saturn. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. It goes very deep into every Saturn placement and sign and everything. But this is just a part about synastry that she has near the end, and this is just what I'm trying to explain right now. So, okay, she says, "We are used to assigning a cause and effect interpretation to contacts in synastry, and we assume that two people are attracted together wholly because certain links exist. Probably it is much subtler than that, and once they have arranged to meet, and the chance factor here is fairly unlikely, it will be found that they share certain configurations which make it possible for a mutual exchange to take place." Okay. So, what she's saying by that is when people meet and the chance factor is unlikely, meaning the souls are involved and our souls are guiding us to people that are going to help us learn and grow certain experiences and challenges that we want to know for our growth, okay? So the souls play a role here. And then once we do meet, it's those aspects that we have chosen to work on with each other in order to grow and become more whole and perfect and beautiful and fabulous, okay? So I just want anybody, any beginner astrologer or any astrologer that's reading in a compatibility book something that says about some aspect like, this can never work in a long-term relationship, or this is likely to fail, or this won't last, or this is impossible to work out. And some of the books, they do say harsh things like that, and I just want to tell you that is all bullshit. Any aspect can work if the people and the souls want to work through it, okay? So I just want everybody to feel a lot more positive about their relationships through astrology. And yeah, another thing is that I feel like most people and most astrology books judge a relationship's amount of goodness on whether it will last forever. And I just believe that a relationship doesn't have to last forever or even last more than a few days for it to be hugely valuable for us learning lessons and growing, okay? So we can learn a lot of stuff even if it is a short-term relationship. It doesn't have to be the end-all be-all relationship of all time in order for it to be of value to us. And yeah, so I think that's another thing that these books have wrong, is that they seem to focus on whether or not a relationship turns into that one and only, then it's a good relationship. If it doesn't, then it should be avoided, type of thing. I don't like that kind of attitude, and people who aren't astrologers do that too. And I just don't believe in that anymore. And I think us as humans, and I sure have done this a lot too, we do judge a relationship's value on whether we think it'll last forever or be the one for us. But really, if you look back on your life, you learned a whole lot from those relationships that didn't last forever. And you know what? It needed to be that way for you to learn and grow and become who you are now. So if we can just be grateful for the people in our lives, and be grateful that we have astrology to look to see what links exist and what type of relating we're going to have, and what beautiful lessons and exchanges of energies we're going to share with people, but not to look at it for, will this last, will this be worth it to me, will this be of value, because all of that is up to our higher selves and our souls. And sometimes, and okay, I've been studying a whole lot of people's charts of long-term couples lately. I've been really obsessed into composite charts and doing the synastry, and holy shit, there is a lot of difficult aspects in long-term relationships. Like, and couples that just, they've been married for 50 years, and there's a lot of challenges. So, and they don't know anything about astrology, so they never had to get freaked out by it. But yeah, I think certain people need certain challenges in relationships, and you have to look at the natal charts too to see what they are even seeking from a relationship. But yeah, a lot of long-term couples have, you know, horrible Saturn going on, Uranus out the ass. Like, there's a lot of stuff that the books would consider unfavorable or not to last long-term that has, okay? But there also is those beautiful charts too, where people have, you know, the sun conjunct the moon, or, you know, Venus conjunct Mars, and all those traditionally good contacts too. Those are out there too, but a lot of relationships don't have those, and a lot of relationships still last forever. And some relationships aren't meant to last forever, and that is totally okay, and everything is being guided by our souls when we meet people and when we learn lessons. And you know what? Sometimes maybe you do need to be betrayed in order to learn to stand up on your own 2 feet, or some other soul quality. Maybe you're learning unconditional love by being with someone who is totally annoying in all ways, or anything, you know. There's just a lot of learning and growth going on that our conscious human minds don't always realize. And that's all I wanted to say here. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate you listening to my rant. This is just like me letting off what goes on in my head all the time, and I wish you the best in your relationships, and I hope that you find wonderful people, and I hope that you appreciate people, and I hope you appreciate yourself. Goodbye.